Happy Thursday and welcome to On the Move with Nan and Kam and Kristen. Kristen, you might be one of the biggest friends of the pod, quite honestly. I think you've been on, maybe this is your third time.
Maybe. It feels like it's been forever, but yeah.
It's like third or fourth.
I think it's third or fourth, honestly. Yeah.
I think
Welcome.
First since we've been in our library, our new library.
Yeah. You haven't seen our new digs yet.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me in the library.
It's beautiful. We're saying like 2026 goals. We need to get our sign.
Yeah.
We want a sign up here.
Light up.
Yeah, I want light up for sure. We're gonna have a bake sale.
Could you? One of those like custom ones that like light up.
Yeah, it would be beautiful. Yeah, Etsy, here we come. We've got Kristen here today to talk about a very exciting announcement. So we are going into our third year of the Virginia Credit Union River City Half and 5K. And if you've been out on the course, beautiful course, but you may have noticed it is not quite packed with cheer zones and crazy amounts of spectators like the rest of our races are. And some of that is logistical, I will say. We're on some very different streets on the river and everything where it's not as easy to have a cheer zone, but some of that is on us. And we thought, what can we do to make this way more fun and exciting for everybody? Because you're pushing through those hills. You need this. So we are announcing 1, 2, 3, drum roll. Rally for River City Spirit Contest. So it is a similar spirit contest, I would say, to the Ukreps Monument Avenue 10K. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah. I mean, essentially, we're asking for people to come out and cheer on participants, and then potentially earn some prize money.
Yeah. Yeah. So what can they do to sign up and be a part of this? What's the process?
Yeah. So essentially, we would like to have groups of 8 or more just to have, a little bit of enthusiasm from a decent sized group. But come out with your friends, family, any kind of scouts, clubs. We really just want people out there to cheer on participants, make some signs, bring some noisemakers. Don't bring any confetti cannons this year.
We're shying away from those
Bubbles.
We're really aiming for the bubbles, the like million bubble machines. I'm really hype about that. I actually kind of want to order my own just for funsies.
It's pretty fun. I got a 3-year-old friend that has one of those million bubble guns, and wow, I didn't know bubbles could go that hard.
Yeah, ask if we can borrow it just to see something.
Sure we can.
Just to see something real quick. But yeah, like you said, like this course is not the easiest course that we have. So we need people there cheering on our participants. And I feel like the people that were there last year, because there were some group, there wasn't nobody last year.
We started last year, you started recruiting more people. Is that right?
Yes. So from year one, we've had, I think, 3 different music groups, DJs or music groups on the course. And then last year we did add a couple of spirit groups. So this year we're just looking to bring back those and add some others. And then I don't know if we want to talk about the charity partner piece of it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, we definitely can.
So this year we have 15 charity partners, which I think is the most that we've had in the 3 years.
It's a lot.
So we're excited. We're trying to get them out on the course as well. So we do have a charity partner component.
Nice.
They're eligible for their own prize money. So whichever charity partner comes out and has the best cheer spot will win.
Yeah. And I feel like there's kind of the people who have been out there the past couple of years kind of have a little bit of an advantage because they've already scoped out where they want to be. And this is a newer course to Richmond. It's our 3rd year, but this is a newer course. So not everybody knows it's not the same as the 10K where it's like, I'm going to park here where nobody else parks and I'm going to sneak over here. Like you kind of got to scope it out, but there's prize money involved, guys. So.
And it's also in like arguably one of the most beautiful areas of Richmond. Like I think I was thinking last year I know there were a lot of spectators congregate over on the Caroline and things like that. And that is some of that footage that we have from last year's event looks gorgeous. Like I'm like, this is such a fun place to come cheer people on. Also last year we had We Off the Couch. We're in that eco corridor area. That's like a really fun area too, because people are almost done. And I think that people just like really appreciate it. Like I know people appreciate it on the 10K and other places, but when you're doing a really hard course like that, I think you're so game for any type of distraction that they're pumped.
Right. I feel like another good place that I saw the first year was literally as like you're getting ready to finish, and that building is right there, and there's a little bridge, or it's not a bridge, but it's like a overpassing thing, and you run like through it. There were people standing in that little tunnel.
Yeah.
And I was like, they were mostly standing there because it was raining the first year.
But say they were there because they strategically
they were
placed
still cheering. I was gonna say they were still cheering, and they were actually, as I was looking through the pictures from last year, there were a lot of people like lined up towards the finish last year.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's also a good, if you're there to see somebody at the finish, get a group of you guys and start your own spirit group, and then boom, you got some money.
Yeah. If anybody's interested, we do have a form on the website. So you just have to submit the form, and we will work with you on your location because we want to make sure that people are spread out. But I think also depending on like the logistics of the course and where things are, just because we are on some roads that might be difficult to navigate. But yeah, no, we'd love to take into account like where people want to be on the course and make it work. So.
Right. I know you touched on this a little bit, but can you tell us like different kinds of groups that can apply to be out there and be a spirit group? Because obviously we know the run clubs in our community, but like you said, the Cub Scouts, or like who else would be a good idea?
Yeah, I mean, for the marathon and the 10K, we see a variety of groups. So we see different nonprofits, we see Cub Scouts, we see school like PTA groups that want to bring out kids. We had a baseball team come out. They made some really fun signs, and I think people in general just love to see like someone cheering for you. But if you make a fun sign, or a kid's there to give a high five, or really just anything that could take like a quiet course and a hard hill, and you kind of give them some excitement. So yeah.
What do you personally, you're a big runner, you've done a lot of races, what have you seen cheer groups do that you're like, wow, I loved that was unique, that's going to give them the edge to win? What are some of your favorite things?
I got a love for the animals. So anytime somebody incorporates an animal into a sign and makes it really funny, it's always a good time. But I don't know, like I love some music, any kind of like just a crowd to get people pumped up, honestly.
We got to find a mariachi band.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
I feel like I saw somewhere, like there was a video that I saw on Instagram that it was like a mariachi band was playing on a certain part of a course, and this lady like ran by, she knew the song that they were playing, and I was like, that looks so fun.
For the marathon,
can't not smile.
Right.
For the marathon, we had some line dancing. They were at the River Road Shopping Center, and I thought that was kind of cool and unique.
Genius.
Yeah.
Anything that's just like out of the box and different.
Line dancing, we're gonna lose you. You'd be gone. You'd be over there. You'd be like, I've left
Sorry,
my job.
guys, I have something to do.
A witty sign definitely always gets me. I love a good witty sign. Also, this is a really simple one and kind of silly, but loud. I just feel like when I see loud, I'm thinking about when we do it for Carmex Techie Light Run. Like there is that one crew that you drive by. Oh my gosh, it is so loud. They've got air horns. They are acting wild. And you're like, they're so attuned to someone coming by that like hours before the event starts, when we're just like out setting up and go by them, they pop off. So you're like, that type of energy.
Right. Well, a marching band.
Oh, I agree.
Like, I could be in a bad space.
It's like,
marching band. Yeah, it's just like the hype.
I'm in drum line.
Right. You're like, wait a second, where's the football game, guys?
Yeah. This is random, but I was on a walk last night and I saw some little girl like practicing like her marching band like flag moves, and it looked so cool, and I wanted to be like such a creep and yell like over the fence and be like, that looks great, but I didn't. I stopped. But that would be great out on the course, girl, if you're listening. Come bring those flags.
I will never forget probably the only time I got to run Richmond before I worked here was down on Riverside. So like kind of where this course is. There was someone, and that's like what, mile 7 or 8 of the marathon course.
Yeah.
There was someone that had a sign that said, "You're almost there." And I was like, I loved it, but I was also mad at the same time.
No!
But it was like a memory that like, it made me laugh, and I was so mad, but it's.
Hey, for a half marathon, they could totally have that sign here on Riverside. Almost there.
Like fun signs. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I feel like we talked about a lot of signs for the marathon too with Lance when he was on here.
Yeah.
Just the different signs. I also was going back through the pictures that I took of River City last year, and Colby Drescher, he runs with We Off the Couch. He had a sign that said, it's Richmond, duh, there's hills. And I was like, I forgot I took this picture.
That
I
one's
was like,
cute.
I'm going to have to post this soon because this is just so cute. And I was like, that is obviously people who aren't from Richmond, like they don't really know as much, but I love that, like, yeah, we're from Richmond, of course. Like we already knew this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
But also I like a Richmond centric sign because this is, I mean, all of our events are very Richmond centric, but I feel like this one really is too, because this is such a popular route if you're a Richmond runner. Like it's got like all the iconic scenic stuff going on. So get those Richmond thinking hats on for your signs. Yeah. Let's get Francine out on the course. Kristen wants an animal. Lowe's.
Francine, man. That would be great.
Yeah, come on out. Also, another exciting thing that I was thinking about that we're kind of announcing is we have a partnership for the first time with Channel 8, and they're going to be out on the course. They're going to have kind of a spirit group thing. So that's going to be fun. They'll have some talent out there. They're going to have some fun signs. They're a really fun crew, so I could see them getting really loud as well. They were talking about some matching shirts for their people out on the course. So that's something that I think everybody can really look forward to also. Like that's kind of an added little spirit group in there. That is just, I mean, the more things you can have on a course, the better.
I'd say one thing when you're like, if you're thinking about what to do, themes are always good.
Yeah.
So come up with a theme and then work around the theme.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. It makes it stand out. It also makes it really fun.
I think it then makes your like signs and decor feel easier.
Yeah. I was going to say also when people are like voting, because are we voting or is the community voting for the winners? We haven't
decided
Have
yet.
we decided?
We
Yeah.
do it different for different races.
We do.
So,
we do.
Yeah, we have to figure that out.
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to voting for stuff like that, it's always easier being like the Parrot Club or like this theme rather than being like Mile, I think it was 3.5 and they had like, and I'm like, well, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. No, it definitely helps you stand out. Like when people kind of notice like, oh, well, they're, I don't know,
whatever. Yeah. And I feel like always those aliens are out there always.
The aliens, yes.
Yeah, on River Road.
Yeah, the marathon. Well, normally out for the marathon. You've never seen this?
No.
Oh
you
my gosh.
You know the aliens.
Guys, it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're always on that section of the marathon course in the woods.
No.
Yeah, and it says
gosh.
free probing to the finish line. And they stand in
You
like
got
the
it. We gotta
woods.
show you as soon as we
Yeah,
finish
there's
this.
so many pictures of
They need to come
them.
back.
Yeah,
No.
aliens, we
they
need
were
you.
there.
For
Yeah.
River City.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Aliens,
at
we
River
need you
City
on
last
there.
year.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just the marathon.
They were at River City last year. Yeah. So
Aliens,
shout
you
out.
should get more aliens and put yourself in for the spirit contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or link up with Ned and see if Ned can make him like a spaceship.
I would love that.
Yeah, and put it in the flying through the air.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. So there's some like little things that are like very unique to Richmond and our races that you didn't even know about.
No, for real. I wish that we didn't have to work and we could have an on the move cheer zone.
Oh wow. I will tell you because remember that I think that at River City, my first year was the first time someone was like, I love your podcast. And I texted you and was like, oh my gosh. Somebody just said they love the podcast. I literally would be like, ah!
Yeah, it was when you were working on the eco corridor.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
sitting there and somebody said
And I was like, what? You know me? But yeah, I feel like every time someone's like, Cam, I'm like, hey.
Oh, it's always exciting.
Hey. So yeah, oh my gosh. Get us an on the move spirit group.
Yeah, if the people say it, they will. Maybe it'll work, and we won't have to do our real job.
They'll let us not work for a little bit, and they'll put us as a spirit group. Yeah, keep commenting.
I'm in a car. Maybe I'll just get an on the move sticker on the side of the car. Mobile spirit group. Ashley and I do blast really loud music. We should be in the contest. Ashley and I do the water stop on the bridge for the 5K. And we always blast really loud music out of our Sheehy car. Love that car. Always blast real loud music to get the people going. Because I'm not going to be out there and not be giving it my all on a cheer for you.
Yeah. And you're like on a bridge, which is like a cool location.
It's early. We got to get the people hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure they're getting their water and they're hydrated. You can't be like all over the place.
No.
Why not blast some music?
Yeah, exactly. You got to also remember to do your job. So
yeah. Do you have a good playlist like set up for the people?
Yeah, I usually look up like a running playlist. We're playing some unedited, so watch out. I got that. Yeah. So I like we need to make it pop. Yeah. I usually try to find one that has like maybe this year's top hits, maybe a good mix of like a 2000s rap throwback in there. Honestly, could use your friend's playlist that he had going for the marathon. Yeah.
Shout out Keaton. Yeah. That's a good running playlist. A little upbeat. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Are both the half and the 5K going past right where you are, or is it just the 5K turns around?
It's both. So the half continues on and the 5K turns around. They count that as a 5K water stop, but like that's, I think, just because they count it as a 5K course, but it's right on that first bridge, Huguenot Bridge. Yeah. It's great. Kristen, anything else we need to know about the Spirit Contest, the Rally for River City? Rally for River City. The rally.
No.
What's our deadline?
I was going to say, I think mid-February. You're quizzing me.
Yeah, we had it set for a certain date, but we're talking about extending it maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
so yeah,
mid-Feb. It's new. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously we will reach out to our spirit groups that we participate, like the marathon and the 10K, but we'd love to have some new ones on this course, just to have something new and exciting.
Yeah. And since you're also working with the charities, what can people do if they're hearing about these charities for the first time and they're interested in helping to raise money or being a charity runner?
Yeah. So like I said, we have 15 charities, including sports backers. They are all on the website. You can go and look through and see which charities you're familiar with, or maybe we have some new ones this year.
Yeah.
So maybe some that you're not familiar with. And if you want to fundraise for them, you can reach out to us or you can reach out to them directly. And I'm sure they would love to have your help.
Yeah. And when you sign up, if you're not wanting to be a fundraise runner, but you want to just donate, I think you have the option to donate to any of them as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a great way to kind of give back because Richmond has so many nonprofits, which is a really cool plus of our community. And it's really fun. You know, a lot of our other events, we are a nonprofit. So a lot of our other events were the event charity or one of our programs or a partner like Massey. So it's really cool to be able to have all of these other great charities that we always want to help give attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time for some this or that.
Okay. Great. Right before this, we were talking about reading and Miss Big both big readers right here. I saw your goal is always crazy, but yours is 100 books. I feel like that's so many. What was yours last year?
So last year we had a down year. This is going to make me sound really stupid, but last year I had like over 100 and I was really excited. Or I guess 2 years ago I had over 100. This year, I don't know, I was just, I entered the world of like crafting too. And then I was making bread and then I was doing all these other things. So I ended with 86 books, I think, on this year.
That's still crazy, but
that's actually healthy because you're not just reading, you're doing other things.
Yeah. And I was enjoying myself. I wasn't as speedy. I feel like I was taking a couple more days.
Slowed down.
Yeah, I really slowed down. But Kristen, she ain't never slowing down. So
I've actually, the other day I was going through and adding some books to like my audio and some long ones. I'm like, I don't need to read. Like, give me some longer books that I wouldn't normally read.
Yeah.
Like one was 30 hours. And I'm like,
yeah.
No, I haven't gotten through it yet, but I did. I'm like,
do you listen on the one speed, like one per, or do you
1.25?
That's mine as well.
Faster than that. And then
high five. Yeah, that's mine too. Yeah. No, I agree. But 1% kills me inside.
Yeah,
like I'm like, ooh, what am I doing? Yeah.
Maybe I need to speed up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking at her TBR and her Goodreads, and my this or that for you is physical book or audio book.
I'm a physical book, although I do spend a lot of time in the car because I live across the world.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I love a good audio for the car.
Yeah, and walking and running too.
Yeah. So, yeah. So always have an audio, but then I also am always reading a physical book too.
So are you more likely to like listen to your book than music in the car?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of like that too.
It depends. Like the book I'm reading, I'm struggling to get through. So this morning I was listening to music, but it just depends.
Yeah. Especially when I walk or run, I don't ever listen to music really. I am like purely a podcast or audiobook. Yeah, I need more distraction.
Yeah. That's what when I used to do all my long runs by myself, people would be like, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, I just listen to a book. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of tune everything else.
Another thing that Kristen is really into, but has like tempered as well, is her treats. So if you had to pick between candy or a blizzard?
Oh my gosh.
What are you picking?
If it's today, it has to be candy because
Well,
I'm
it's cold.
fasting blizzards.
Okay. Oh, you're fasting blizzards. Okay. Okay.
Crazy.
But let's just say
any
no
day-
future repercussions. It has to be one or the other.
blizzard.
A blizzard. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your
But
go-to?
specifically a Reese's blizzard, extra Reese's.
Whoa. That was my next
Wild.
question was
Yeah.
what was your specific flavor?
Yeah,
Okay.
if it's not that, if they're out of Reese's, I don't really want a blizzard.
Wow.
I know.
DQ. Shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Give up. I don't want it
Give it- yeah.
anymore. Forget it. We're going home.
We're not getting anything.
Load up the car.
For the whole family. Nobody gets
Nobody
anything.
gets anything. You know what's funny is we always go to Dairy Queen for like when it's a family member's birthday, we'll like go out to eat and then we go to Dairy Queen. Well, my mom's birthday, we went out to lunch on Sunday and Cameron, my daughter, she's like, "Are you going to Dairy Queen?" And I'm like, "I can't have Dairy Queen, so nobody's going."
And guess who drives me?
I know where you're going.
I don't want to watch someone eat a blizzard.
Right.
No.
Sure.
No.
Okay. Last this or that. Obviously, you said that you like our furry animals and you have a good amount of them
Oh
yourself.
gosh, yes.
Do you prefer cats or dogs? I feel like normally this is like an easy question
It
for
is.
people.
So I think by nature I'm like a dog person, but I just love how cats have just like they don't care what you think.
Right.
Like I love that they're like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I don't know, like my friend was telling me her cat wakes her up at like 4 a.m. because it's hungry. And it'll like paw her
And
face.
I don't need a cat.
No.
It'll like
And you know
knock her
what?
things off her table.
No.
And I don't want my cat to do
Pass.
that, but I just think cats are funny. I don't know.
My sister said her cats kept eating her iPhone cords. And I said, no. She was like, no matter what I do, they just won't stop chewing on them. And I said, you know what? I don't need a cat.
No.
Yeah, well, also puppies do that.
Yeah.
And I got a puppy and I didn't need a puppy, but here we are.
Well, Kristen is like maybe the world's cutest puppy right now, although she's hating on her, said she bad, but we've never seen her be bad here, so we don't believe it. Is this the first time you've ever had cats?
I've always had a cat.
Okay, I don't think I knew that. Okay.
Yeah, I got my first animal when I was 18, living my own, was a cat. And yeah, I've always had a cat.
Okay.
I like how independent they are.
Yeah.
Like you
That
could
appeals
go
to
and
me.
travel and you don't have, they can just hang out at the house.
Yeah.
So just a lot less maintenance than a dog.
Yeah. That appeals to me, but I also cats you have to be really quiet and calm for like cats to want to love you, and that doesn't match my energy at all.
Yeah.
I would have no patience.
Mhm.
I want it to have the same enthusiasm for love that I have for loving
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we have one cat that hates everybody except for Sean. And even Sean the other day was like, I really want to pick her up, but I'm not because she doesn't want me to pick her up. And I was like, no, I don't. If I want to pick her up, I'm going to pick her up. And that's why
Yeah.
she hates me.
Yeah. What cat loves Sean?
Olive.
Okay. She has a really good pet names. We got Olive and Taki.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Taki's great. Taki likes me, but Olive not so much. It's
Yeah,
fine.
just Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs a pet. Then every family
Yeah.
member has somebody that likes them, you
Yeah.
know?
Except for the kids. But yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. All the animals. I was gonna say we know Gracie's like your shadow, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
but that's because you're
she
putting in
better
the,
be because
I would
do
say that
other
you're putting in the work. Yeah, exactly. Putting in the work. Well, thank you so much for being on today.
Yeah.
And everybody sign up for Rally for River City. You're never going to regret it. If you're not running, the next best thing to do is cheer on everybody that is and making their day and making it make your day, because there's nothing more inspiring and fun than watching people do something positive for themselves. So get on out there, and you can go find the forum on our website. We also have a price hike for River City on the 4th, February 4th. So don't forget that if you are interested in running, and sign up to support one of our awesome charities. Thanks, Kristen.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.